point guard, Damian Lillard. So when the score's up, point to God, may he be witness to what the slaughter was. Never was easy to read. You reaching for me and know that you speaking to me, then you speaking to all of us. A yo-yo to rock and bubble like if you was the yo-yo to rock. Leaning on the cube, whoa. 3 lines, 1 rhyme, menage rhythm. So when the convo is me, notice the talk's different. Now I'm outdoing myself. To go up against my faves is outdoing the help. So I'm back to it if the signal is a go. SK, Chris Vance, game winning pick and roll. What's up?
I thought I'd let you know that ain't nobody I know that know me, don't know that I am nothing short of who I am, and that being struggling so. With the heart of a hustler, trailing along on this road. With the heart of a brother, weight on the world on his back. Guarding family, anything else will happily lag. Sacrifices will come and pain's a part of the love. The vision is the goal, but it's the story that makes you like a
I'm here with this pen and pad, trying to bubble to something. On my last dice roll, double or nothing, done with the front end. Yeah, I was lunching, till I wasn't eating. Now I'm back at the luncheon, to ravage the function, the stack disgusting. A long way from 16 to them front steps, dying to catch wreck from rookie stars and vets. This heart is in my chest, I made it through plenty fires. Until I'm labeled the best, I don't think I'll ever retire. The greatest, what I aspire to be. Crafting these verses with precision, Bruce Lee on the beat. A star on the sheets in a blush hotel suite. The bullet through Ben Laden's eyes, then I'm elite. 1000% chick, from my dome to my feet. Bro, life in it, I'm still coming for them cheeks. So big that I'm aiming up for the sky. Straight up out of the zoo when I got that barrel brother, that's murder coming for you.
I thought I'd let you know that ain't nobody I know that know me, don't know that I am nothing short of who I am, and that being struggling so. With the heart of a hustler, trailing along on this road. With the heart of a brother, weight on the world on his back. Guarding family, anything else will happily lag. Sacrifices will come and pain's a part of the love. The vision is the goal, but it's the story that makes you whoa.
You are now in the presence of rap legend. Legendary presence is felt. Salute me for real MC. You are now in the presence of Chris Vance. Sky Zoo. Legendary.
Red dot. Red dot. Collect that bag. Ran through it. And I'm fast. Ran through it. I just touched down to the back. Watch me ran through it. Bottle dirty drinks and ran through it. 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 Collect that bag. Then I ran through it. Ran through it. Ran through it. Working them blues like a treadmill. I done rattle. With a random. With a blood like a mother. Why you want stand still? I live it down. What like Uncle Phil. Stay with the bum like a landfill. Running up Barry Sanders. Get back in the standard. Going up every level. Going up. I ain't happy. Now what you say, bro? Tell that train to go. Got your brain flooded. Make it run like a Lambo. Look at the running. Starting off of my onion. Building off. Feel like a pilot. Need a bag. All in abundance. Collect that bag. Then I ran through it. And I'm dashing. Ran through it. I just touched down to the back. Watch me ran through it. Bottle dirty drinks and ran through it. 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 Collect that bag. Then I ran through it. Ran through it. Ran through it. Collecting fat trips. Pull up on your block. Stretch out like coward stacks. Woman like Armageddon. I'm in my zone. Running so long, what's after me? Killing them all, it's a tragedy. Going out like it's gravity. We came up and we're back there. When they got it out, now we in wrong. One to the belly. Come where I'm from is like Babylon. Who I didn't want to try Babylon. Never thought I was pretty calm. Cause we in the field used to be on. Trailblazing, catching clean flags. When you on that money train, y'all. Collect that bag, then I ran through it. And I'm dashing, ran through it. I just touched down to the back. Watch me ran through it. Bottle dirty drinks and ran through it. Ran through it. Ran through it. Ran through it. Ran
blasted. Pow. Stripes on the basket. You know, style wow. Should've grabbed easy. It's only entertainment, though. When thought out completely. Sad to me to could get on the dropping bag cleaner. That's the schema. Expert in that arena. Buffing Pasadena. Even if the grass was greener. Black beamer. IH. Gyrate. Rubbing shoulders with pigs. Don't fly straight. Just ate. Causing indigestion. Pursuing regurgitate. It's a profit's no question. No escape. Sniffing around. Pay attention. You can take that to the bank. Thanks. Don't mention. Pleasure's all mine. Ain't mad at all. Clear advantage like playing paddleball on Adderall. Be great. That is all.
Listen, I bought on a Ferris wheel because I'm getting ready to propose.
Never felt this way before. It's like half of me is missing and the other half needs fixing, baby. Why'd I let you walk through the door? Now I wonder who you're kissing. If you're out there, hope you're listening. Because I want you, and I need you, and you know I got to have you. 'Cause without you, I can't pull through. And baby, need you, baby. I can't stop these tears from falling down. Need you, baby. 'Cause I can't stop these tears from falling down. After everything that we've been through, you wanna blame me? Well, I'ma blame you. I did everything you ever asked me to, but when it all falls down, but I'd be better off without you. But now that you're not around, I really want you, and I really need you, and you know I got to have you. 'Cause without you, I can't pull through. And baby, need you, baby. I can't stop these tears from falling down. Need you, baby. 'Cause I can't stop these tears from falling down. Ain't it funny how it all comes crashing down, down, down? Broken heart pieces all over the ground, ground, ground. And I'm lost 'cause baby, I need you now. I need you now. I need you, baby. I need you, baby. I need you, baby. Need you, baby. I can't stop these tears from falling down. Need you, baby. 'Cause I can't stop these tears from falling down. I can't stop these tears from falling
You are tuned in to Most Slept On Radio, 98.5 FM, Uptown Radio.
Hi, this is Linda Richardson, president of the Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation. The Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation is a nonprofit, tax-exempt organization and is the owner of the historic Uptown Theater and WJYN 98.5 FM. The restoration of the Uptown Theater into a multimedia tech center needs your help. We are requesting donations to restore the Uptown Theater to preserve R&B history and renovate the theater into a performing arts venue. For more information, call 215-236-1878 or visit PhiladelphiaUptownTheater.org and make an online donation.
You are tuned in to Most Slept On Radio, 98.5 FM, Uptown Radio.
Yeah. Baby 俺なら出るまだフライ成田行き俺はまだフライカッコつける子が好きだったら合わない他のやり方ってわからない、yeah、いつものように話さまない酒飲みパリつるもぬらいパリこれと魚の欲僕やめないシャレこれ金でも買えない、yeah、この頃俺どこまずこっち寄るけどで東京いつも旅行ジュエリーピカライブのフォローインスタフォロー忘れず never kiss chillin' with my brother 子供 from the head was chillin' back in my borough 40飲みタバコ巻き髪地元帽子焼きポロキャラメルフロロ女子声かけて騙されてその口マジでお菓子でも真面目服派手でもなく軽くいけ I need your life with my wife I know 手裏剣福岡からパリまでやるけ晴れはシャツだ高橋のメイク夜中の寒さだけジャケットエーブ雪雨降っても争う俺はエースどこでも行けてもキレ Baby 俺なら出るまだフライ成田行き俺はまだフライカッコつける子が好きだったら合わない他のやり方ってわからない、yeah、いつものように話さまない酒飲みパリつるもぬらいパリこれと魚の欲僕やめないシャレこれ金でも買えない、yeah他の人の真似一度もダメ本物金の首チェーンプロシャツ綺麗ナイキのブツ口靴組み合わせて汚れまくり学者プシャ作者名 You never get just one side of the blade They like me at you click the like but want the style to change They like me shiny hypnotize me with the finer things The kind of king that brings the bodies to define the rings シャツ上の先に最高な作品アメリカからダイン東京と確認忍者ラッパ君何人形歌舞伎いつも自分の道歩き Baby 俺なら出るまだフライ成田行き俺はまだフライカッコつける子が好きだったら合わない他のやり方ってわからない、yeah、いつものように話さまない酒飲みパリつるもぬらいパリこれと魚の欲僕やめないシャレこれ金でも買えない、
I be in the mall like I be getting everything I like, yo, we out here. I be in the club like I be pulling everything I like, yo, we out here. I be on that moon rock, I be smoking everything I like, yo, we out here. I be with the squad, yo, we out here. We do what we like when we out here. I'm the man, it don't matter where I go, I'm the man. Listen close, take notes, I don't think you understand. Floating through so fly, I don't think I'ma land. With my little Tinkerbell, feeling like Peter Pan, oh man. I be around 360 degrees. Don't come around if you want, hate to turn your back on me. I be around, always around with a stack on me. Stay with a stack on me. Shouldn't have slept on me. I be in the mall like I be getting everything I like, yo, we out here. I be in the club like I be pulling everything I like, yo, we out here. I be on that moon rock, I be smoking everything I like, yo, we out here. I be with the squad, yo, we out here. We do what we like when we out here. Pocket full of cash, more in the stash, smoking on grass. It's a TKO, that lemon haze tastes just like lemongrass. Walking through my favorite store like, give me that, give me that. If you owe me, pay me my dough, no, not a penny less. I be around 360 degrees. Don't come around if you want, hey, turn your back on me. I How you was out here with me, then you turn your back on me. How you do that, homie? Don't forget that, homie. I be in the mall like I be getting everything I like. Yo, we out here. I be in the club like I be pulling everything I like. Yo, we out here. I be on that moon rock. I be smoking everything I like. Yo, we out here. I be with the squad. Yo, we out here. We do what we like when we out here.
Don't you know you look just like the chair, a spinning image of a tale of distant lovers, the pressure of lines between us, trying to become a knot that doesn't strangle us, not to get tangled up. Unreal expectations. How can we make it through without you taking me, without me taking you? Compromise on the wrong side. When you compromise on the wrong side. If the love is strong, it bends, but if it's not, it's broken. When you compromise on the wrong side, the wrong side. I wandered out, praying not to get stranded. Right when I hit landing, felt nothing like home. I bet it's familiar. I walked in the fields where your footprints still lie. This isn't real life.
It's transparent, we can't carry the weight, getting carried away like we should put the past behind us and get married today. That fairy tale ending despite the narrative change. Apparently phases of unfaithfulness inherently strengthen the character, babe. Let's grow together, get old together. We were close-knit as a woven sweater before, and I know there's better times around the corner. Cause the way you said goodbye sounded sorta like see you soon. The evil doing by both of us is a sound disorder, and we love sick. I could deliver the package hopping onto the truck quick and still never jump ship. We gon' work through it, or we gon' die lonely, whatever way you prefer, cutie.
Unreal expectations. Can we make it through without you taking me, without me taking you? Compromise on the wrong side. When you compromise on the wrong side. If the love is strong, it bends, but if it's not, it's broken. When you compromise on the wrong side, the wrong side.
Life ain't a better dandelions, more like hand in hand with an angry lion. Steady grinding, losing track of time, and now I'm feeling stranded on abandoned islands. From the streets where they prone to violence, don't say a word, that's the code of silence. Violate that, you gotta stay strapped, 'cause now they on your top like a wave cap. I try to not try to win, guess I don't meet the requirements. But Aaliyah said if you don't succeed, you gotta dust it off and just try again. Gotta watch who you inviting in, it's time to draw the line so it's mighty thin. Be aware of your environment, that's a lot of snakes and Leviathan, yeah. Keep them at arm's reach, I'm with the Pesci's out in Palm Beach. Wouldn't even make a long speech, got your feet up in the concrete. A lot of wanna fill my shoes, but the fact remains that they can't fit. I pay my dues, had to bend the rules, got it popping out of flame lit, yeah, I got the fuego. Yeah, I got the fuego. Fire. Be hating, but mami lo quiero. I got the fuego. Yeah, I got the fuego. Fire. Be hating, but.
You're listening to community radio at its best. Uptown Radio, WJYN, 98.5 FM, serving Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The opinions of this program are not the opinions of the station management or the Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation.
Most slept on radio.
Most slept on radio, Uptown Radio, WJYN 98.5 FM. We here. It's Wednesday evening. It's between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. So this is Most Slept On timing.
Most slept on.
That's Teef that y'all here on the other side, man. What's up, Teef?
Chilling, man, chilling. Just coming off of this joint from last night at the fire.
Dope night.
The young boy Taylor Made, he pulled it off on a Tuesday,
night. Taylor Made and friends, dope night.
Yeah, man, he did it. DJ Too Tough there, Del
Yeah,
P.
salute.
The girl, LeBray Taylor.
Yeah.
She was dope, too.
She was. Rep of the Scientists.
Who's
your homie that we had on the tall table with us? Subtext was dope.
He came down from New York, from
Absolutely.
Brooklyn.
Salute the homie, too. I had a nice little quick conversation with him. He's a dope mind. I'll let her talk to him again.
He's cool peoples, man. He's definitely cool peoples. I like
pick
to keep
his brain some more.
Yeah, you got to keep ourselves around good people, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. I love good folks. And speaking of good folks, man, I got my guy Box in the situation.
Yes, sir. What's
you know what I mean? Box with us.
What's
Author
going on?
Of the situation, Unlocking the Truth.
What's
Matter of
going
fact,
on?
Poe. I'm sorry. I'm doing a little directing behind the scenes. Because Unlocking the Truth, let me hold it up for the camera. You know what I mean? It's a dope book with a dope cover. Designed by that guy.
Yeah, that cover is dope, bro.
Designed by Poe. Yeah. So let's get a round of applause for both of these gentlemen. Yeah. But Poe, I need you to pull up a seat next to your friend over here, man. I think you know this guy.
Pull up a seat.
Find a way to put the mic in the center of you two. No, move your chair. Oh, take that mic. He'll take that mic. We'll work it out. But Box, tell us about the book, man. I know it's been a long time coming.
Oh man, first of all, thank you guys so much for having me up here.
Never a problem.
Y'all can hear me clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you so much for having me up here in this book. Yeah. This book, Unlocking the Truth, man, it's partners of mine, man. He doing a life sentence plus 30 years. His name is Christopher Williams, a.k.a. Shaky Banks. He from my hood in West Philly. And actually, it's his book. And since he's in jail, he can't do nothing with the book. So he sent me the manuscript. And me being the loyal guy that I am, I got busy with the book and just, put everything down. And the book is detailing his life, from the time he was locked up. He was locked up at 20 years old. And I'm explaining to y'all, it's 23 and 1 because it's 20. He was locked up at 20 years old, and he had three different, characteristics. One was himself, which was Christopher Williams, which is his government name, and he turned into Shaky Banks, when he started getting some money, and through jail and prison, he didn't become Muslim, but he just really started studying, and now he goes by the name of Amir. So that's his attribute. So he went through being locked up at 20 to go through 3 phases of life to finally get to his oneself. And it's just detailed. It's not a book glorifying none of the street life. It's just telling what happened to his story. Is got the actual paperwork in there from the indictment, 36-man indictment out there in West Philly. Shout out to everybody that's coming home, and definitely free Shake Banks. But it's a good book. Make sure y'all go on Amazon.com, or if you're in Philly, DM me. Rue got my number. Y'all got my number. I'm pulling up. I'm delivering these books, man, out here pushing for my guy, man. Right. Bank Talk Entertainment.
Yeah, and I'm going to get my copy before you leave. I thought I was going to wait till tomorrow, but you here tonight, and I'm going to see you tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
Love. But it's definitely dope that you said he couldn't do what he needed to do with it, so he pushed it to you, and you did the groundwork and the footwork on the outside, because that's important. There's a lot of brothers in there that have a lot to get out, and they want to get it out, and they don't have an outlet, or they don't have people that take them serious on the other side. It's enough to get your phone call accepted. It's enough to get somebody to put something on your books. But to get somebody to really go on these streets and reach out to publishers and do the moving and shaking and the promo run, radio interviews and the deliveries and stuff, that's love. That's love. So where did your relationship start with this? Who is he to you besides just a friend? That's more than a friend.
Man, I know him since, what am I, 38? He's 37 years old. I knew him since elementary school. Like I said, we was always cool. You know, he was out there shaking and moving, doing this thing. But through it all, you know, we remained cool. I wasn't in his clique, you know, per se, but that's my neighborhood. I grew up with all them cats. So, you know, I always been cool, been sturdy, stayed in my lane. And throughout it all, when he got booked, I was like, damn, you know what I mean, what they hit him with. They like, man, they hit him with a life sentence. Throughout that, I'm reaching out to people like, you know, where's Shake at? You know, get Shake my number, tell him to hit me, get with me. And throughout that, I just always was reaching in, Rube. You know, like I always reach out to people, man. I'm gonna be true to you. If you my friend, I'm gonna reach out to you.
Yeah,
so I was always reaching
all
out.
the time.
I was reaching out to him like, man, you know, get with me, and he would get with me, call, and we would talk. Then he got other 2 books out called The Birth of a Hustler Part 1 and Part 2, and I bought the books. You know, I was supporting, like, this is my guy, I'm a support. And I took off with the books and was running and promoting them, and here we go.
Now we got
then
this
he gave me full control of that. Like, man, go ahead, get busy. You know, you can't do it. I'm here, I'm going to stand up for you. And shout out to Rich Poe, man, for that dope cover,
I was
man.
just about to bring it there. So what made you get this guy involved with the situation, man? How did that happen?
Hey, man, it's a family affair. I was looking for somebody, you know, who could do covers. And, you know, we was out the Platte kicking it. Me, you.
I was there.
City. Yeah, you was definitely there. You was definitely there. We was out there kicking it. So I'm like, man, you know, who can do some covers? And y'all pointed me in Poe direction. And I was like, take it. And he took it and he ran. And look what we got, man. Show that book again, man. Let the people know what this guy did, man.
Yeah, Poe like to be the silent mastermind in the cut.
You know what he do. So Poe,
he did that.
Tell us how you came up with this, man. What was the figuring on this, man? Get closer to the microphone, by the way. We need to hear you.
Oh man, it's something I whipped up. Something small, something light.
Something light, but you had. But the book is called 23 and 1: Unlocking the Truth, and I see fingers, I see a combination lock, I see a face. Like what are we looking at?
It was basically supposed to be a guy just trying to, or a person rather, trying to unlock the lock that was locked around his mind. That's what I feel like, you know, all this stuff stemmed from. Everything we're going through, just basically ignorance and not knowing.
See, he deep when he talk, even though he try to keep it to 7 words or less. He said a little something, didn't he?
He gave it real We got like 3 sentences out of it.
Yeah, man, I feel good. That's the most I didn't get that much out of him last year on air, man, the whole year. So we good. We starting off 19 the right way. But no, is the book available in prisons?
Yes, it can be delivered to prisons. Absolutely.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
So what's the feedback been like? What are the highlights?
Oh man, the feedback on the book has been, you know, because people see it, and like I even talked to him like, damn, you had me messed up when you said 23 and 1, because you know what we were thinking in jail, 23 hours and 1. So he did, and I was like, man, that was dope, you know, and
nice,
it's definitely it's a flip, yup, and
flip.
He's not glorifying anything. He stood up for everything. A lot of people, you know what I mean, pointed the finger at him, was using him as a get out of jail free card. And what's crazy is they was following him. He got locked up when he was 20 years old. They was following him since he was 16 years old. So really, he a kid. He not even supposed to be doing this time. But he flipped the book, and you know, it's the purpose of the book is to get it out there to some of the youth that's in the neighborhoods that's thinking about making this decision. Like, hold on, stop, scared. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? This is a real book from a real person who was getting real money, and he ended up, you know, now he's doing life plus 30. He got appeals and all that motion. So prayerfully, he coming home, and I'm gonna tell y'all something
life
on the
plus
air.
30 is more than a notion, man. Go ahead.
I got I talked to the lady from the Youth Study Center, and what I'm doing is what we're doing is taking the book to, after she get it approved, she told me to call her Monday. So taking the book to the Youth Study Center, giving the book to it's 150 kids in the Youth Study Center, giving them a book like, you know, here, read this book, and bringing the cameras and bringing his daughter in so we could talk about the effects of my homie being in jail and about her point of view from having a father. She 18 and her dad been locked up for 17 years, so he basically missed her whole life. So we gonna bring her in there, you know, just kick it to the youth. We know we can't save all of them, but if we can get 1, 2, you know, that's cool.
I like that.
Rough.
I like that idea a lot. I think that's a beautiful thing to do. I think that a lot could be learned that way. And they got time. Read something that's going, you know, catch you up on some things that put some things in perspective of where they think they want to be and who they think they want to be. You know what I mean? That's important. It's important because hindsight is 20/20, but it ain't got to be yours.
Absolutely.
It don't got to be yours. You could look at somebody else's hindsight, learn that example, and step the other direction, man. Like, we got to be wiser. It's more dangerous now than ever. They roofing people more than ever. The only thing that's going down is marijuana. Everything else going up.
Yeah.
Tell you, I'm talking about time-wise.
Yeah.
Everything else is going up, so it ain't even worth it out here, man. But 23-1, Unlocking the Truth. I'm getting my copy tonight, so I'll give y'all my opinion on it at a later date. Let y'all know what I think. Teef will tell y'all what he thought about it, and we'll definitely have further discussions and surrounding this. But if there's anything that we could do to help, especially with the youth initiative, definitely let us know, man. Or definitely just shout me a holler, and I could at least announce it, post it, what have you. You know what I mean? Because it's good work, man. It's good work. And to vouch for what you said earlier, you said you always stayed a down cool boy. You a solid individual, man.
Thank you.
And I've known him since 97?
It's like 96.
96?
96. You go back.
Yeah, go back. Man. Yeah, so that's a long time to be solid, especially in my eyes. Because I'm vicious. I'm vicious. But like I said, he's definitely somebody that I always want to support because he does do exactly what he said. He reaches out. He checks back on people. He makes sure everybody cool. When he found out Poe wasn't around, he wanted to know what was going on. You know what I mean? Like, he cares. And when somebody cares that much, then they need a boost. They need all the help they could get because that energy should be spread as far as possible.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Just like getting this information out and getting it out to the people who think they ain't but so many ways to go out there and get it, you know what I'm saying, or don't think the longer way is worth it, you know what I'm saying, when the shorter way usually ain't worth it, you know what I'm saying. And
we talk about the book as far as it relates to the hood, but let's not forget it's still a novel, it's still a book. This still opens the world up to people that have no idea about that world and don't want to be in it. But that's what reading does. That's the great thing about good books.
Give people a chance to tap in, see what it's about. Maybe they know somebody, maybe they ain't in it, but they
maybe
know
they don't
somebody
understand.
who is.
Maybe they look at us as a number because of what they see on the news, and they say, well, you know, they deserve that, and this, that, and the third, and maybe they could read something that's like, oh.
Yeah. Or maybe they the only ones out the squad that really read books like that.
True.
It's like, yo, I know you ain't gonna read this book. Let me tell you what the John said.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Inspiration is what I'm aiming at. That's what I feel is coming from that.
Yeah.
And that's the great benefit of it all to get out to, you know, it's hard. It's hard to see any other way in a lot of situations. It's like, okay, you say I can do that, but it ain't that easy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So people go X, Y, and Z way. You know
but that's
what I'm
why
saying?
books are good because they give you an escape. A lot of people ain't been out of a 4-block radius, man.
Yeah.
School right there, the Ave right there, everybody, your family around the corner, like, they don't go nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So you crack a book, make you want to go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Do something different. You know what I mean? And that's what's dope about all of it. But we still going to have Box on the radio with us when we get back in a second. But before we go to this break, let the people know how they can get in contact with you to get the book from you.
Hey, man, you can catch me on Facebook at Philly Box, or you can catch me on Instagram at EddieBox1. You know, DM me, and like I said, if you're in the tri-state area, anywhere, Philly, Delaware, New Jersey, we could meet up. I'll pull up, man. You got to get this book. We Unlocking the Truth over here at Bank Talk Entertainment. You already know.
That's what it is, man. Most slept on radio, Uptown Radio, WJYN 98.5 FM. I am Sipping with Sammy, and we'll be right back.
If your music's not played on the Most Slept On radio show, is it really Most Slept On? Hit the email newmusic@mostslepton.com. That's it.
Hi, this is Linda Richardson, president of the Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation. The Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation is a nonprofit, tax-exempt organization and is the owner of the historic Uptown Theater and WJYN 98.5 FM. The restoration of the Uptown Theater into a multimedia tech center needs your help. We are requesting donations to restore the Uptown Theater to preserve R&B history and renovate the theater into a performing arts venue. For more information, call 215-236-1878 or visit philadelphiauptowntheater.org and make an online donation.
The Philadelphia Freedom Project appreciates the support of most Slept On radio hosts Sam Malone, Teef, K, Big Cuz in support of 10,000 basketballs for Philly Youth Campaign. If one basketball can keep 10 plus teenagers busy for in the evening, imagine what 10,000 could do. Join us in our efforts to curb street violence by providing an activity simply with a basketball at GoFundMe. Search 10,000 basketballs, Philadelphia Freedom Project on GoFundMe to support our efforts. And now back to our show.
Most Slept On Radio, 98.5 FM WJYN. And I'm noticing that Poe Man is to disappear in that short break, yo.
But wait, did you just get the quick Jamaican accent real quick?
Did I?
You said 98.9.
I actually almost said it wrong. And I guess my cleanup game is in patois. I don't know. Whatever. We go with it. They say I think I'm either Jamaican or a hippie or both. I might be mixed.
I don't know. Them long dreads, man. Your hair long as hell, too, brother.
I mean, hey, man, shout out to you. Still got your hairline intact. You could have had them, too. Because, you know, your boy ain't got so much of his no more, man. He gonna say, oh, we said his name. He out here shooting fadeaways still. I don't know. No, but that's my brother, man. He better be listening. They need to have us on in the spot right now.
Absolutely.
Real rap, because we talking about unlocking the truth. Christopher Williams story. 3 people in one. Went down at 20. It's a crazy legacy, like, and it's crazy because I was watching the Bull interview Lil D. Mm-hmm. And Lil D was saying how he was, you know, he was like 16, 18 with millions off the streets, and he had a bunch of people, these grown men that follow you when you at these financial levels. Like, age don't matter no more.
It's a money thing,
Yeah, and then when it all falls, it's grown men that's turning on you. Like, these are people that you at some point probably looked up to.
Yeah.
That wound up following along with you and played it cool like it was level, but you knew you was taking care of folks.
Yeah.
And then they flip on you. And then everybody else is home. But one of the things he was saying was that the millions he made and all of that, you would never do that again for 30 years. Yeah. Like, you're not taking 30 years versus having $2-3 million. Like, give me the streets every day. And he was like, that's the mentality of what people got to get out of. And that's what they need to hear more of, because that's what this book speaks to. It's like, as good as the run was, you still missed 17 years of your daughter's life. You still got, you know what I mean, other things going on. And it's a real thing.
I think that people got that mindset where they don't think, oh, not me. I ain't gonna get caught up. I think a lot of people get that mentality going on.
Every good hustler thinks that they're smarter than everybody around them. Yeah. As far as police or previous hustlers, which is a sickness in itself. But, like, it's beyond that. You know what I mean? Because, like, life expectancy is a problem. So when you feel like you're not gonna make it past 20, then you don't really care about so much what you do when you're 17.
Yeah. You ain't thinking about 40, you ain't thinking about 50, you ain't thinking about 60.
They need examples of people who have lived past those ages. Right. Whether they're teachers now, whether they're inmates, whether they're whatever. They need examples of, well, I used to think like you too. I thought I'd be dead by 25 too, but guess what? Now I'm 48, and what I'm going to do if I had played myself when I was 16?
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? They need to hear that. They need to see that. They need to be able to touch that.
Yeah.
I was part of a program in middle school called Rites of Passage. This is the kind of literature that you should give a group of young men from 11 to 14 years old.
Yeah,
10 to 13, I think, because it was on like 6th to 8th grade.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that age group. And let them feed off of this. Give them assignments based on this. Make sure that they ingest something from it.
Yeah.
And have a group discussion about it more than once. because I know the impact that it had when they bought Chef Stew.
Right.
And since we was kids, you know, they all made burgers. But they made ostrich burgers and turkey burgers, all kind of, any kind of jerk chicken burgers, like stuff that we wouldn't regularly get. It was gourmet, but it was burgers because we was kids. But that made everybody in that room look at cooking a little different.
Exactly.
If you wasn't from a household that encouraged the men in the family to cook, you didn't really look at it like I could be the bull at this cooking thing. Like I might could outdo my Dukes and them. Like you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So they need to be exposed to these kind of things. So I definitely appreciate you doing the work. Like you said, the tri-state is a big area to commit to say, if you call me, we're gonna meet up for this book.
Yeah.
You gonna spend more in gas than you gonna get back from the book.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's a commitment. You know what I mean? It's tolls and all that. And you gonna have to stop and get a grub.
Yeah, just like you said, like 11 or 14, because he started hustling when he was 11 years old, and then you know what comes with that? The juvie. Once they get you, they got your mind, and they don't want you to rehabilitate. That's why we aiming for the youth study center, because it's like, yo, y'all made a mistake, y'all slipped up, you know, but don't be a big slip up. He told me, like, man, I didn't think, like you said, he was like, I didn't think I was going to live, you know. He said jail wasn't even in hindsight. He was like, I was thinking death. He said, I'm walking around with 30 shot max, you know what I'm saying? Not to glorify that, but that was his mind state. And through this whole process of him being locked up, his mother passed away 2 years ago. He couldn't come home to, you know, his mother's funeral. So, and that's a hurt piece in itself, you know what I mean? And his daughter graduated, and he was not able to see that. And just the time, like, and the runs don't even be that long. It seemed like it's long.
2-3 years.
Yeah.
The biggest runs. Like the legendary runs we be talking about at their peak, 2-3. Even when you look at Paid in Full, or the real story of Paid in Full, when you really look at Alpo and them, from the documentary, she says he bought his first BMW when he was 15. It was like 17 or something when everything went down.
It's wild. It's wild to think.
Like,
really
nobody looks
young.
at it like, no, they was kids too.
Kids, yeah.
Like Lil D
kids.
said, it's a Lil D in every major city around the world.
Yeah.
There's a Lil D everywhere. There's a young boy that figured it out, and there's enough below the radar that he could come up and then do what they gotta do. You know what I mean?
But you can't stay below that radar, because once you get
you hit that list.
Everybody start calling you, man. The streets start loving you, and
everybody talking.
And another thing I think is crazy about the streets, you know, shout out to all the women out there, but the women, like, they don't discourage it. Like, they don't say, like, if the women would say, like, you sell drugs? That's corny.
Right. If they
like,
give
we'd
you
be like, oh man, I ain't selling no more drugs. She bad, and she said that's corny, but they be like, oh yeah, you got money, give me that. And it's like, we chasing them, chasing the whole lifestyle. Then when you get locked up, they ain't calling, they ain't answering the phone. They probably hugged up with your homie. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
a big chase.
damn, so
it's like the carrot hanging on a stick. Everybody
Right.
chasing it.
And it's crazy because it go both ways too. Because then you got these fellas out here that get all these women caught up in their antics and they whatevers. And
True.
the police always threaten the woman.
Yeah.
Because
True.
they know that, you know, she knows what she knows, and they can probably get more through her than they can through you.
Yeah.
She winds up taking a hit, and she don't get a phone call. Like real rap. Like you think visitation light for men? Go to that VI room for women. Bro, it's light. Like it ain't the same.
Yeah.
And we all know people that's in there, and everybody had their reasons for however they support people that's inside. But whatever part you could play for your folks while they in there, if they really your folks, try to. Yeah. Whether that's accepting the call, whether that's sending a couple hours, whether that's making a visit, whether that's keeping up with their case.
Yeah, they got
making
the
sure
app
the people
now.
on the outside doing what they're supposed to do for that person.
You send your people's money on the app now.
Yeah, they got
man.
apps for that now, man. You dag on their cash app. You know what I'm saying?
And like he got like a text app, like we be texting. It's crazy, man, because it's just like I said. I talk to him, you know, every day, and we strategize. And he done got busy when he was in J. Wrote 2 books, man. Got a lot of things coming up.
Wow.
We gonna do a podcast. He poem books. It's a whole lot coming, man. Like I said, Bank Talk Entertainment. Shout out to his whole family, man. His brother Ty, Sharice, Nikki, everybody that's, you know, holding them down, and just everybody period that's holding him down. Just like you said, Rube, man. And he said something to me that's important. Like, instead of always reaching out, people need to reach into, you know what I'm saying, see how they doing. Like, you don't always gotta call and check up on everybody. You need us, like, you know what I mean? So my goal was always to, you know, check, like I said, check up on him and, you know, make sure he was cool. Like, I'm cool financially. Like, I done put some money away, and I got some money just what you doing as far as, you know, running the book and keeping my legs open, man. I appreciate that. And, you know, big shout out to his daughter, man. Like I said, shout out to everybody that's out there holding somebody down, man.
Word. But yeah, like I think that everything happens for a reason. I had planned on seeing him tomorrow, and then just today I was thinking about I had to get the book. And I'm like, oh, we was just saying we ain't got no guests today. You know what I'm saying? So then I texted you, and I reached out to the group message, and I was waiting for both of y'all responses at the same time. So I wasn't sure if we was gonna be able to make it happen, but I'm glad that we did, because these things are important, and a lot of people could benefit from it.
Yeah.
A lot of people in a lot of different ways, and I think that we need to get back to stuff like books.
Absolutely.
It's mental health. Like,
you know what I mean? Use your imagination, really dig into something, read something 3 times over to really ingest it, highlight. You know what I mean? Like,
Especially
let's get into that again.
If it's like you said earlier, where most people don't have the ability, or they just haven't left a neighborhood,
It's
you
an
can get
escape.
somewhere else mentally, and you know that's a different way to open your mind and give you a fresher perspective on what you're seeing every day. You know what I mean?
Books take you through worlds. They take you through religions. They take you through everything. They put you in someone else's mindset, regardless.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And sometimes that's all we need. Sometimes when people out here medicating and they like, I'm trying to relax, I can't relax. Sometimes you need to put your nose in the book.
Need a different outlet.
Take yourself out of your world for a second.
Off of that TV and off of that social media, you definitely jump in the book. And like you said, like, somebody took their time, man, you know, blood, sweat, and tears to, you know, put in the book and write you something that you could read and, like you said, relax your mind. So I'm all for reading books.
Quick question.
Yes,
Some
sir.
of the best books you ever read?
It's crazy because I read
outside of Unlocking the Truth.
I read about 8-9 books this year. I'm actually in the process of reading Dr. Claude Anderson book. It's called 101 Questions You Never Thought to Ask a Black History Reader. That book is dope, and I read his Powernomics books. And shout out to my homegirl Monique.
I watched that John, the Powernomics.
Yeah.
Yo, that John is real.
I'm on it.
That's
I'm
good.
on it.
That's good.
It's super real. My homegirl Monique Elise, she put out a book, you know, it's the Dilemmas of a Damsel series, part 1, 2, and 3, and it's like a black Sex in the City. And I was buying the books, you know, just being supportive. I was like, I didn't know when I was gonna read them. I started reading the John, and next thing you know, I'm banged it out like a day and a half. I bought 2 of them, banged it out. Next thing you know, she's like, I'm coming out with a 3rd one. Let me get that. Now I'm all entrenched into the series. So her books, you know, shout out. And this other book that I read is called Slug. It's by Tony Lewis. He in D.C. His dad, kind of the same situation, got locked up with Rayful Edmond, and it's not telling nothing to glorify the game. It's telling about, you know, how prison affects your family and coming from a son's standpoint and what it did to his mom as far as his mom mental health. So, you know, them are some of the, and I just read them books like this year. So, you know, big shout out to people that's writing books.
That's dope, man. And you know what? He was prepared. Like, I mean, I guess if you read 12 books a year, then you're going to remember a few titles. But, like, he gave us some good ones. Like, everything he said, I was like, oh, I need to see about that. Oh, that sounds about right.
I definitely vouch for that Powernomics.
And then you vouch for Powernomics.
I didn't read the book, but I watched him giving a speech.
Yeah.
Shout out to Persia Sound. She the one that sent it to me. Persia sent it to me on the inbox.
That's the homie.
And I was just listening to it while I was at work. I'm like, yo, this boy is saying all the things.
Absolutely.
He's saying all the things. So I'm sure the book has even more detail in it. So I'm definitely going to go out and pick that up.
And definitely pick up that 101 Questions, man, because it's talking about a lot of, you know, different things and like how, you know, nobody's prejudiced, nobody's racist at all, but how segregation affected the black community, and that Dr. Martin Luther King and all that stuff, it really hurt us more than
it's heavy, man. And people think like that was definitely a heavy impact because that was a time where black people as a whole were figuring everything out. All right, this is what we got to do, and then boom, start getting hit from the left, start getting hit from the right.
But I'm gonna tell you why. Because we allowed the government to just put a bow on it instead of analyzing what we went through and what everything
This
meant.
is what he was talking about in the Powernomics.
We allowed the government to put a pretty bow on it and say, well, it was about a speech. That's it.
Yeah.
And then it was about a guy that he lived dangerous, so he died dangerous. And that's it.
That's it.
And that's not the bow, that's not the perspective, that's not introspective, and it doesn't help us grow.
Exactly.
But we're going to cut to this break on Uptown Radio, WJYN 98.5 FM, most slept on radio. We'll be back.
If your music the most slept on radio show. Is it really most slept on? Hit the email newmusic@mostslepton.com. That's it.
Hi, this is Linda Richardson, president of the Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation. The Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation is a nonprofit, tax-exempt organization and is the owner of the historic Uptown Theater and WJYN 98.5 FM. The restoration of the Uptown Theater into a multimedia tech center needs your help. We are requesting donations to restore the Uptown Theater to preserve R&B history and renovate the theater into a performing arts venue. For more information, call 215-236-1878 or visit PhiladelphiaUptownTheater.org and make an online donation.
The Philadelphia Freedom Project appreciates the support of most Slept On radio hosts Sam Malone, Teef, K, Big Cuz, in support of 10,000 Basketballs for Philly Youth Campaign. If one basketball can keep 10 plus teenagers busy for in the evening, imagine what 10,000 could do. Join us in our efforts to curb street violence by providing an activity simply with a basketball at GoFundMe. Search 10,000 Basketballs, Philadelphia Freedom Project on GoFundMe to support our efforts. And now back to our show.
Too many consumers hooked to the balls, won't be unsung, won't be overlooked cause of frauds, promoting poison to children. Congress pushing new laws, opening more prisons, they want us to take a fall. Tough, pray for us all, country pushing division, Trump won't phase us at all. A puppet for the system, about to be a bumpy ride. Buckle up when you get in, hood hungry for knowledge, while I'm up in the kitchen preparing food for thought. Sharing Jews was taught, life is about taking risks whether win or lose you for. Don't be discouraged, learn from your mistakes, be determined. I'm many cues, world full of bishops, be observant. I'm loyal to the ones who deserve it. Believe it, I know you see it. Ones who be the closest be deceivers. The ones who pose as the strongest be the weakest. Only right I explode on this mic, I know they need it. They got the game wrong, promoting nonsense, we sick and tired of the same song. Too much fake it till you make it, well it's something to believe. Last of the true MCs, indeed, this is what they need. They got the game wrong, promoting nonsense, we sick and tired of the same song. Too much fake it till you make it, well it's something to believe. Last of the true MCs, this is what they need. I hear mommy in the back of my dome like sun focus. Ain't got no time for slacking, you grown. With that said, here to capture the throne, hold it for ransom. Revolution is coming, I'm composing an anthem. Liberation is overdue, so I give inspiration while in the vocal booth. Ain't a bit of fake and they know it's truth. Trials and tribulations more than my youth. Been through hell and back, born when the devil is that. That's the pressures of popping weapons and selling crack. Counting my blessings cause I'm destined to prevail from rap. Flow special like disability, gifted with disabilities. It's NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat trilogy. It comes natural, simply this is what passion do. Nothing dramatical, on point and keep it factual. Won't pledge allegiance to demons with racist attitudes. That RBG flag, the only one that gained my gratitude. They got the game wrong, promoting nonsense, we sick and tired of the same song. Too much fake it till you make it, well it's something to believe. Last of the true MCs, indeed, this is what they need. They got the game wrong, promoting nonsense, we sick and tired of the same song. Too much fake it till you make it, well it's something to believe. Last of the true MCs, indeed, this is what they need. Yeah, this is what they need. I said this is what they need. They got the game wrong. Too much fake it till you make it. Say, yeah. It's for the heart. It's from the heart. They knew that from the start.
Shut up. You. What's up? It's Dad. Good morning. I just want to tell you a couple things real quick. Couple things. You know. And I be talking to my daughter like,
Listen up, I'm just teaching you about life. People be lying, so you gotta look them in the eye. Watch these guys, they can't control themselves all the time. Never get out of character, certainly they gonna try. Self-preservation, always keep that on your mind. Always build yourself up, remain confident. The internet is fake, don't you worry what they talking. Remember all that you've achieved, you can be what you see. Know that if you put in work, you gon' get just what you worth. The bloodline is super thorough, you a hot demand, girl. Yo, one day you gon' be the man, girl. I'm just playing, but I'm saying though, I know I talk a lot, I gotta learn you something though. After you shake hands with people, wash your hands, yo. Create beautiful things, let your craft grow, cause you can make bread off of that, and there your cash go. If you got time to chill, then you got time to build. Life is like a game of cards, be sure to keep them all concealed. Keep it 100, especially if they don't keep it real. And that's how we do it, you know what I'm saying? Always forward, never backward. Doing our thing every day.
What is it you say you do here? You know, I never seen a wild thing feel sorry for itself. You know why? That tiger out there being free. Be the tiger, be free. Go get it.
Go on to get what to get on, get up, get down, and get it now. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Peace.
Remember days I was racing, yeah. Remember days I was racing, to get a name trying to make it. Now my youngers on the same, told them slow, be patient. Secure the bag, get your wave, niggas, to get back is amazing. To get back is amazing, to get back is amazing, to get back is amazing. Secure the bag, get your wave, niggas, to get back is amazing. Told them slow, be patient, cause to get back is amazing. To get back is amazing. The town I rap, we been on deck. Watch how we get it and how we see, ain't no rush, we bout to be up. Just stay down, you see how they slap. Baby, this is our summer. Flocking out of York, coming done up. It's money bags on the money bags. Execs in the lobby, they calling to come up. Been at the bottom for so long. The pills help me cope, let me hold on. People my younger than been through it. You been a target and you been a shooter. Been a fit and keep the chicken flipping in the inner city with the clip extended. Try to tell them, baby, slow up. Keep it cool head, just play your position. Gon' want you. Keep the family. To get back, be a big bag, long, big gas with the set. Yeah, just thank the Lord that we made it. Counting up these blue faces, to get back so amazed. Remember days I was racing, to get a name trying to make it. Now my youngers on the same, told them slow, be patient. Secure the bag, get your wave lit, cause to get back is amazing. To get back is amazing, to get back is amazing, to get back is amazing. Secure the bag, get your wave lit, cause to get back is amazing. Told them slow, be patient, cause to get back is amazing. Get back is amazing.
Trying to get bread, couple days had to get back. We get it, we flip stacks, word to the dash, I was all alone. I was riding in the beamer, had my gun on my phone. 5 phones on me, 4 pockets on full. Had 3 with me and we all get to it. Niggas round 30 shot extendo. Hitting licks coming straight through your window. My little go. Bro talk the tech, know he gon' blow. He was right by that stove. Dipping out, coca selling that dope. And you know how I go. Nice blitz trying to kick in our dough. And my plug, he speaking that lingo. He speaking them kilos. Back to back, no rentals. Man, they chill like the weather. I've been dripping off activist Kodan. And my BM is switching with no hands. No seat belt, do the dash on it. When I'm sipping lean, I might crash, homie. Might chase a lick, might chase a brick. Do whatever, gotta get back, homie.
Remember days I was racing, to get a name trying to make it. Now my youngers on the same shit. Told them slow, be patient. Secure the bag, get your wave lit, cause to get back is amazing. To get back is amazing, to get back is amazing, to get back is amazing. Secure the bag, get your wave lit, cause to get back is amazing. Told them slow, be patient, cause to get back is amazing. To get back is amazing.
I ain't nothing like you. Let's talk about work hard for my fingers. Let's talk about Philly, them some real. What you talking about? So what you talking about? What you talking about? I ain't nothing like you. Let's talk about work hard for my fingers. Let's talk about Philly, them some real. What you talking about? So what you talking about? What you talking about? My city, yeah, Philly, feel me, not a game, really silly actions get you box packed in. What's happening? Dangerous world's this world. We wrapped in, money got us 10 toes grounded till the counts in. But till your weight heats up, you go cool off. Me and money bags tear down malls, test drive cars. Get grub, grab dots, then back to the block. Serve weed players simultaneous with those who rock. Couple Chevys, stash spot was heavy. Fast cops on foot chase, firemen on the roof say. Unroofed, they can't find it, they ruthless. Trying to find something to get high from or shoot with. I ain't nothing like you. Let's talk about work hard for my fingers. Let's talk about Philly, them some real. What you talking about? So what you talking about? What you talking about? I ain't nothing like you. Let's talk about work hard for my fingers. Let's talk about Philly, them some real. What you talking about? So what you talking about? What you talking about? Next day, wake up to bad news. Other homie lost his life making a bad move. A bad dude, he never let me down once. Started from the ground up, started out as pound pups. Consignment till we got pounds up. And the town wasn't forgetting favorite jump, so we getting it in. Now my nigga moved on, I'm disgusted. Gotta move along, cause these niggas I ain't trusting. Life you cut from the cloth that we cut from. Won't argue, guns bustin' for pain and subscribe. Over loved ones, what the we discuss, son? Mama's parade is nothing, we got them drums in. Drum Major Malone, got them jumped in. It's like a gang, it's a club, you get jumped in. Left slumped in, cause Philly niggas in the cutting. So you can say the bluffing, misbehave and get what's coming. I ain't nothing like you. Let's talk about work hard for my fingers. Let's talk about Philly, them some real. What you talking about? So what you talking about? What you talking about? I ain't nothing like you. Let's talk about work hard for my fingers. Let's talk about Philly, them some real. What you talking about? So what you talking about? What you talking about? You already know. This is what I'm talking about.
A man with weapons in hand, walk 1,000,000 miles in the most fresh of the lands where life don't grow and them hypes won't blow. And it's all we dog, we turn up life down low. Oh, move fast, but it might sound slow. Trying to be here to prosper and watch my types grow. So anything threatening that might gon' go to a shallow grave to gauge a night gon' show. Yo, Rambo cutting down all these. Smack up your body like I'm playing hand bones. When I walk in the room, start playing trombones or trombones. It don't matter, just let them know the man's home. Respect mine or here go the Tech 9. James Baldwin flow, the fire next time. Stem cells, enzymes. You don't move a muscle like a dead mine. Always the best shine. My brother doing fed time. He overdosed, yeah, he redline. I try to bring him back to death rhymes. His ghost haunts me. The most love, yet the most salty. These rappers stale as old coffee. All your on me. Take a whole army. While I roll up that purple, yeah, we smoke Barney. I am so godly. Big Teef, lost cause, and your dogs barking. We in here. Live, live, live. We keep it live, live, live. We got them going wow, 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 wow. You know we keep that shit live, 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 live. We got them going wow, 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 wow. Cause we keep that live, 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 live.
Philosophies adjacent to paper chasing and admiration. Change through the nation, gentrification, different neighbors. Child raising, teaching them how to defeat the racists. God praising while doctors lie to the patients. I don't do what they do, but I'm moving. When you know yourself and what you're pursuing, the hurdle is an illusion. Never losing, everything is congruent to me. Adjust the weight, straighten my back and my shoulders and lead. I'd rather blame myself than follow and fail. Quite a few can't go alone because they confidence frail. Out on different levels of ill and promised I'd never tell. I sell it for I say it, that's original skill. They said knowing was a sin, now that's a critical ill. My history's real, perfect the slang, work in the field. And you can contest, put your best up, but I suggest that not the best gesture. Crave attention, so they play dress up, low self-esteem, and they need to feel special.
Yo, Reef is an artist and creative, they copy and paste it.
And this game so clicky, 50% beat, 45% be snitching. Now that leave 5% with me. Foolish opportunists drawn every day, so call a cartoonist. Take a look, you can see they pull a boot. Do anything just to hang with the cool kids. I respect my elders and I rock with the rulers. I'm an obstacle mover, pretty sharp, I forgot to be the shooter. Everybody talk but don't want contusions. Don't waste my time, keep it moving. Flipping different tricks of the trade, interested in international. For worldwide capital, possible, just want what I'm entitled to. I feel my words are viable. Get paid for what to pay for. Say less if you're really gonna make more. I get on the stage and start giving that work, and I'm killing the devil like I was in church. No preference with mellow, and I am a vessel. I'm not making moves with my words. I know it might hurt.
You are tuned in to Most Slept On Radio, 98.5 FM, Uptown Radio.
You're listening to community radio at its best. Uptown Radio, WJYN, 98.5 FM, serving Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The opinions of this program are not the opinions of the station management or the Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation.
Yo, what's up? This is the Most Slept On Radio Show. You rockin' with Teef, Big Cuz, Irv, your host Sam Malone, and KK in the cut. We out here, yeah.
Fire!
Check me out, I'm back crashing in. Rolling splits from my verbs and my adjectives. A massive grin. Cognac I splash with friends. Whiskey with associates. Moments make the most of them. Putting more life into this master plan. I speak and span the crossland, do math again. Shout to Rich Quick, he made it to Amsterdam. And Grand Booba Brown hitting London, man. I laugh when other cats rap whack, my friend. They must have never heard about balancing. Carry laundry on my head like an African. Wait a minute, ain't I African? That be the Knievels, it be all lethal. Venom, I'm the antidote. Got an out-of-pocket flow, quiet in the cut, so most of the time y'all will never know. We check the schedule, you see me had to let them know. Nice like Geppetto, but they gave me on the pedestals. I'm old school, breaking bricks, extra levels, bro. In the mix with my chicks, looking special, yo. They wonder if I hit it, but I never let them know. Don't tell them yes, don't tell them no. Mind your biz while you in my cave picking cold. Dig and go. In my biz, digging for gold. Flow. Yo, 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 yo,
Jordan, Pippen, Glory. Speak to you like a public speaker. And peaceful like Mr. Caesar. But don't get out of line. Don't get out of line. I'm trying to have the best intentions in the right way. But outcome of my old ways, bold and wise, I might stay. Nigga in the reefer, make the night straight. I'm from the 609. I'm from the 609. I swear I gotta see some bright days. I swear I gotta see some bright days. Can we go? Can we go? Go fly high, fly high. Fly high, fly high.
We here.
98.5 FM.
Shout out Lanier Chandler on the trumpet. Shout out Daryl Bennett on the saxophone. Shout out Valana Denise from Trenton to Cali now. And me, that's our joint. Liquid Love. Remake of Roy Ayers classic joint.
I'm with you on that box.
Thank you. I was vibing that joint. I'm a big Roy Ayers fan.
Word.
Roy Ayers is one of my favorite. You know, he's real jazzy with it. You know what I'm saying? The sunshine, all them joints. Right. You know. So shout out to Roy Ayers. I got to meet him at the Willingboro Jazz Fest like 4 years ago. I
feel like you've met everybody.
Not yet.
You like a triple legacy and an artist. Like, it's crazy.
Just trying to live, man.
I feel like since you was in diapers, you've been meeting folks.
I mean, we all?
That we care about.
Aren't we all? You know what I'm saying? It's what you do with your time out here. You know what I'm saying?
Plymouth meeting out this.
Yo, he got a grandpa, a mom, and him that all have crazy legacies in this music world, man. And he grew up around stages in studios and stuff like.
Unity Day, I was there in the cut.
Like, it was part of his life. Like you had to go. Like you gotta go. Like I used to have to go to the market. You coming? But no, that was a dope track for sure, though. For sure.
And shout out to that was a Chill Moody joint that was just playing in the background. Chill Moody and Mike Zombie, Ring of Fire. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Chill Moody,
couple
West
joints,
Philly,
man.
West Philly, Chill
yeah,
Moody.
Man, Chill came up here. Chill West, man. Shout to them. He been doing a lot of big things. You know what I mean?
More box.
So how's everybody feeling this evening? We all grooving, vibing, everything?
I'm great, man. We had the 15-minute break. You know, after the 15-minute break, I'm always great.
Let me shout out some of these songs we played. Played Legendary by Chris Vance and Sky Zoo. Played Ran Through It by Jay Griffey. Played Suzanne Christine, Falling Tears. We played that.
Love that song.
We played that Miyachi joint, the young boy, threw his joint on there.
Body that pup.
Yeah, it's threw some Boogie Mandela on. We Out Here, Compromise. That's produced by Rob D. Mason with the vocals. Played Fuego by Bino Rods. Get that in there. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunch is going on.
A whole lot of fire, man. Whole lot of fire. Whole lot of flyness. I could say fly on Wednesdays.
What else?
Because I am a fly boy.
Here's other ones. Played the Get Back, Black Collar Biz. Played that Let's Talk About It by Sam Malone.
Oh!
Let's talk about
it.
Played that Wild by me and Reef the Lost Cause. Shout out to Reef. He's got an album release party out at Milk
The
Boy this
19th.
weekend on the 19th.
Word.
You know what I'm
Salute
saying?
to him, man. Congratulations.
It's a cost-friendly situation. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie. Shout to
This
Khalil,
Milk Boy Studios or Milk Boy?
the joint in Center City.
Right.
The joint in Center City.
I just want to be clear.
I like that venue. I was blessed to be able to grace that stage with Las Palabras a couple times.
Dope. I never performed on that stage. I seen some good shows there.
It's a dope venue. I like the
First
venue.
time I ever saw Chill perform was there, actually.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, shout to
Nero
Reef
killed it,
and Khalil Ali. Last weekend Khalil had his album release.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
salute to
saying?
Young, and I heard it was dope.
Yo, he was on one. Everybody was on one. It was a good time, man. There was a lot of love in the building. There was a lot of various groups of people. Like
A lot of different energies.
It was a punk rock crowd. It was a black crowd. It was every kind of crowd. Every kind of person was in that spot for
it
him.
was really 560 people in there?
Nah, but it was definitely full. It was definitely full because it started snowing too, so that probably deterred some people. But it was packed though. It was definitely smacked in there.
Yeah.
And he's gifted, man. I will always shout out Khalil Ali. That's my little brother right there. You know what I'm
Young
saying?
do everything, man.
He's gifted though, man. Some people gifted. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Shout out to we did the warm up the other night. Shout out to Omni MC.
I thought about sliding, then I decided
That was the first
this
one of the
week was
year.
too crazy for me.
Shout out to Gary Dan at the Boom Room for
holding it down.
You know what I mean? Opening the doors.
Facilitating the situation.
And that's a dope studio. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gary. He's good people. And you could probably shoot a video over there if you want. I'll look it up for you. You know what I mean?
That might be the move, actually, because that might be the perfect place for me to shoot the puck with Corey Williams.
Yeah, I got to meet Camp Low over there. A couple, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, he bring them through.
Yeah.
Boom Room lit. I've been following. I've been watching. He got it lit.
Yeah, man.
Got it lit. Yo, shout out to my guy Irv, man. Irv a little under the weather right now.
Yeah, shout out to Irv.
He usually holds his jizz now. You only heard his joyful banter in Haitian dialects today because he's a little low. You know what I mean? But he working hard out here doing what he's supposed to do. So we gotta definitely salute him, man.
Yeah.
My guy.
Peace to my cousin John Domino III with these beats. I'm playing some new joints tonight. I ain't normally, you know what I mean?
Every week he got fire from the same CD.
I have hundreds.
1,000 beats.
He gave me hundreds of beats in one visit, yo.
Bro, like this is a real thing. Like for weeks we've been listening to this same producer non-stop, and it's always something heated. So salute to your cousin, man. That's dope.
Yeah, it's family. You know, my money, my seeds, marry your
His
seeds,
seeds,
Wu-Tang
his
money in
seeds.
the family,
That's how
all
we
that.
keep it.
You know what I mean?
Right on. That's
But,
sure enough for right on.
But yeah, so what else is going on? You got Flyboy Friday.
Flyboy Friday, Flyboy Radio, Glockaway Radio, every Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. The best happy hour in the nation on the best station in the world, Glockaway Radio. Download the Glockaway app. We are doing phone checks. If you don't have the app in your phone, Clev will Bruce Lee your face. And I might turn the other cheek and look away. I'm not going to even watch it. I'm just hear it. And you know what I mean? You'll be downloading that app anyway. So you might as well do it now. But yeah, I definitely got Fly Day coming up, man. I have a packed weekend. Anyway, it's a lot of dope things going on. I don't know how I'm going to do it all, man. I'm nervous.
Last weekend I ain't do nothing but shows. We went to the Del P joint, you know what I mean, on Friday.
I was there. Dope.
Shout
out to Del P and the EPMD. Yo, that show was lit. Del P, that's one of the best sets I ever seen you do in your life. And I think the whole crowd appreciated it. The buzz was in their room, man. And they said Eric Sermon came out and was like mesmerized for a minute with Del's set. So that's dope.
Yo, they were sharp, man. Also shout to Eddie's and Taylor Made that was on stage with him. Taylor Made had his joint last night.
Mel Austin was on stage with him also. Corey Williams.
Yeah.
Jay didn't perform with him that night. But yeah, man, it was dope. It was dope.
And EPMD was sharp. I never seen them, and I know cats like some cats be falling off performance wise, like you know what I mean. But they were sharp. But you know
what I've noticed? The old school groups, their energy, excuse me, their energy and their balance and the way that they help each other out on stage, is like always flawless. Like they're better than a lot of these young groups because they've done it for so long. It's almost like breathing in them, and you could tell.
And they was doing it from the muscle in the first place, so it's like it's just memory. It's like walking down the street. You know what I mean?
So it's like, and mind you got to remember they didn't have rock and roll sets back when they was doing performances. Yeah. Now we could get floating stages and stuff, but back then you really had to hold it down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You had to hold it down, and you still had to do your 45 to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So like that translates when you go see them now. You know what I mean? You still see it. You like they look a little older, but they still sharp. Like Like it looked like you might not want to approach them. Like they still built for it.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? So that's dope. It was definitely dope seeing them, man. Salute to them and whoever put my man Del P on the bill. Salute to Lady Alma. It was definitely dope meeting you.
Oh yeah,
Congressman with you that
her.
night,
I was honored.
man.
I was honored.
I introduced her to Teef. Whole face lit up. And I couldn't place it. I'm like, I know who. And then Teef was like, Queen, and she was the sweetheart. She was the homie. We had a ball talking to her, man. She was cool as ever, man.
Yeah.
But we gonna get into this break real quick, and we be back with more Slept On Radio, Uptown Radio, WJYN 98.5 FM. Malone.
What's going on? You are now listening to the most slept on radio show with your host, Sam Malone, sipping with Sammy, broadcasting live. North Broad Street, WJYN, Uptown Radio, 98.5 FM.
You're listening to community radio at its best. Uptown Radio, WJYN, 98.5 FM, serving Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The opinions of this program are not the opinions of the station management or the Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation.
Most slept on radio. On radio.
Most Slept On Radio, Uptown Radio, WJYN 98.5 FM. And we still got our guest Box in the building, my guy.
Yes, sir.
What's up with you, man? You alright over there? Water treating you good?
Hey, man, I'm coolin', man. Like I said, man, I appreciate you guys, for having me. And if y'all don't know, man, Most Slept On, they ain't gonna be slept on for too much longer, man. They shouldn't even be called Most Slept On. This dope, man. So, just get with these guys. But I'm here, man. I'm live, man.
You already know, man. You know what we do. But, I wanted to ask you for a lesson or excerpt of the book that you could give to people that you think, you know what I mean? You need a second to pull it up?
Yeah.
So, Teef,
I'm gonna pull it up.
Tell the people what you got coming up this weekend while he looks for the excerpt.
This weekend, I don't have anything this weekend myself. But I do on Thursday, next week at Dialogue Palace, West Philly, Baltimore Ave. It's myself, Teef, Khalil Ali, and Alyssa Janelle Velveteen.
Dope.
It's going to be a show and a jam. So we're going to do our thing and we're just going to rock out.
Afterwards?
And people can come vibe out. Yeah. It's going to be an all love, we chilling type of situation.
So you skipped our table talk with Teef on Tuesdays?
No, that's Thursday.
Yeah, but you skipped Tuesday. You went straight to Thursday. Oh, that's this Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's this Thursday.
No.
That's
the 24th. The 24th.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Tuesday.
But I do have Tall Table Talk coming next Tuesday. You're right. You could look. I was excited because I wanted to shout that event out.
No, that's a dope event.
Because me, Alyssa, and Khalil, we go back. We're from a certain class of in open mic arenas, and we've all grown and done other things, but we all still link up and work together. I got a song with Khalil that's fire. I got a song with Alyssa, Wet Jacket on the Radiator. You know what I'm saying? On all the outlets, you can look that up. We performed it live, and that's how we recorded it and we put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Like they used to do.
Yeah.
Get the original energy.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So it's all live. We had Agnes on the cello. You know what I mean? Shout out to Celeste on the vocals. Also, Alyssa was playing the piano, singing, and I was rhyming.
So it's just going to have to be recreated all over again. Y'all doing it from scratch in front of people.
We probably, I think we might do that, John, on the 24th at Dialogue. If I can say that one more time.
That'd be hard. No, say that, man. Let the people know. Because see, Box, you remember them. You know what the jam session is. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the jam sessions. We
Like,
talking about this last week on
it's
Rain
still
Fit.
something that go on in this city. Matter of fact, he spoke on a warm up from Monday.
Yeah.
They have one next month. I'm gonna let you know. You pull up and see what I'm talking
It's
about.
chill, bro. You gotta pull up.
It's like you get the open mic aspect with the live band. You know what I mean? And then after that, it's just a bunch of instruments, bunch of microphones, and a bunch of talented people in one room just switching seats. And it goes down. I mean, I've seen songs made in front of me that should have been recorded. You know what I mean? By people that don't know each other. And that's dope. So like
it goes down though.
That's
but
what
the
jam
networking,
sessions are. Like it's love in that.
The networking comes from it though. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I was jamming my man Spencer, and we did his joint. He was like, "Let's do the thing we did last time." I almost forgot about it, and we did it again. And he just freestyled his part, freestyled my part. He was like, "Yo, we need to go record that joint." I'm like, "You know what? You're right."
Ain't gotta
So
happen.
yeah, things come together.
That's what it's about.
We out here talking about it to the people. You know what I'm saying? We
Let's
got
talk
books for
about
y'all to read, music for y'all to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out your book one more time. Anybody just hopped in the whip listening to the station. You know what I mean?
Hey, unlocking the truth. 23 and 1. You know, it's about a story, and I'm gonna give y'all a little excerpt from the book right now. This is from chapter 20. We go through what we go through in life to live and talk about it. There's a message inside everyone's daily activity. I want to take my life story and all my life experience and spread a wake-up call. The art of winning comes from being able to capitalize off of someone else's mistakes, including your own. Experience is the best teacher. Now my outlook comes from me, not overlooking anything that has ever transpired with me. 23 and 1 unlock, and I got another excerpt for y'all from the same chapter. I'm happy to be able to tell my story because it's me. My oppressors tried to break my spirits, but instead they gave me a time out to build my spirits. I'm finishing this book on my 36th birthday, and now I can truly say I found myself. See, the first time I thought I found myself dealt with the number 36. Also, a kilogram of cocaine amounts to 36 ounces. When I first touched a kilo, I thought that I had made it. It's every dope boy's dream to be able to buy a brick of cocaine. So back then, my level of maturity in the drug game was on the horizon. Now my level of maturity in the game of life is on the horizon. Jay-Z said it right. It's no coincidence that my age is a kilo.
Wow.
That's heavy.
Yeah, that's deep.
That's
That's
heavy.
deep, yeah.
And it's crazy because the 30, I knew where that was going. With the I'm like, wow. Because it is, I mean, you know, they say dope boy dreams touch a brick. And there's things that you do in life, in and outside of the drug game, that once you cross a certain level or plateau, you're dug in. There's no going back. There's no just chalking it. And it's not just streets. It's a lot of things in life that's that way. There's relationship things that can happen.
Yes.
There's things you could do educationally that'll spin you. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Because when you get to certain levels, you don't get accepted into these other places without doing what you were supposed to do in your prerequisites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's so much that you could get from, like, that's why I wanted you to read an excerpt, because I'm like, whatever he reads, there's going to be game in it. Right. You know what I mean? I feel like this is one of those situations where piece by piece, there's always something to go back to or try to figure out even deeper, or something that you might not even realize. That you kind of like when you was young listening to Jay-Z.
True.
You listen to Reasonable Doubt 150 times.
Over your head.
You turn 3 years older, you listen to it again, you hear a whole bunch of stuff you heard. You know what I mean? Because you didn't get it, or you didn't have that life experience yet, or for us being from Philly, sometimes we didn't get all of the slang. You know what I mean? A lot of the deeper terminology, you might have missed some of that. It might have been a double entendre, and we just looked at it the one way, as opposed to seeing that he tripled that thing or something.
Right.
So it's like that's the beauty in art. That's why rap music and all it's art. And when you do it in the right way, when you write anything the right way, there will be something that you could gain from reading it again, from hearing it again, from witnessing it again. So I knew that excerpt was going to give us something.
That's growing, and that's levels of maturity, I feel like, because the arts, reading, listening to different types of music, multiple genres, taking trips, taking walks, all those type of things. You need to take them things in to keep yourself balanced, like we were talking about earlier, how reading takes you to a different place.
I was about to say, I saw what
you
you
did
did there. You went from you said trips and
but
walks.
It's, because some
Balance.
people may not, they just don't like reading. Like, some people just don't like. Don't mean that there's nothing wrong with them, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that there's not another outlet there for them.
You know what's funny though? Nobody like reading, but everybody you talk to locked up reading.
Yeah.
So at some point, when you settle yourself and decide, you know what I mean? And reading is bigger than being able to know what a word sounds like.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to ingest what you read. You can go through a whole page and not learn nothing because you don't remember any of it. You just read the words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's skill sets that you work on when you read that a lot of people can benefit from because they think they don't like reading. But I bet you got that much time in you, and you're going to be reading something.
Oh, yeah.
So you might as well read while you out here.
Yeah.
What he say? You ain't had to go to jail to do that. You could have did all. You could have went to the gym out here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's real, and we don't knock anybody for their situation because we, most of us in this room had situations where we could have been a sneeze away from being where they at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's based on something we did or somebody we was with. Like this life thing is finicky. So we're not judging that, but the humor in it is that when you go in there, they make you take things back to basics. Health, mental wellness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden you want to get your teeth fixed. Like everything you was supposed to been doing.
Out here, yo.
But
Yo,
we get caught up in whirlwinds though.
Can I be daring and touch on illiteracy real quick? Because some people might. Because you know it's messed up education systems out there in situations where people just weren't shown certain things. So
right,
there's a lot of people out here that don't know how to read.
Look
or
at
they
Facebook.
can only read at a certain level.
Look at Instagram.
And it's like, yeah, but at the same time, like, you know what I mean? People need help and they missing out because they don't know. It's like, yo, for real, if you have a problem reading, you know what I'm saying? Like, holler at somebody because you're missing out on a lot of information. And, you know what I mean? Don't let things keep going over your head or you got to feel left out. And you can experience something that you've been missing out on. And you don't really have to miss out on it. But I feel like it is a problem, and it's one of them things that people don't really talk about.
Now, let's talk about the fact that it's not the old days either. If you cannot read and you need help learning how to read, there are discrete ways to do so. There are apps. There are listening programs. There are all kinds of things where you don't have to necessarily let people know your weaknesses. Because I know that when you become an adult, you know what I mean? You don't want to share with people that you got that far in life without being able to do what their third grader can do. But it's not a shame thing unless you let it continue. You can learn the rest of your life. You can go back to school forever, one way or another. But now there are discrete ways that you can figure it out and reach out to somebody you trust if you don't know what they are. But it's not like you have to directly just go out and tell people or get a physical tutor or somebody that you feel like may be younger than you and might judge you, because we have a lot of things that become our insecurities when we know we have weaknesses. So I just want to make sure y'all know it's not the Stone Ages no more. There is discretion, but better yourself.
Why not?
Better yourself.
Why not?
Take the time to invest in you. Take the time that if you can't pay for that plane ticket, get the right book. You'll take a trip for a little bit.
Indeed.
And just like you said, like on like Instagram and social media, people don't know the difference between like no and no and there and like you like
commas.
What I'm looking like
commas don't exist.
They are like
constant run-on sentences.
Like your language is like
no, but the funny thing is the ones that are struggling with these things are the ones talking the heaviest. You cutting everybody off for 19. You bad. You slay. But none of your sentences make sense.
None at all.
One of my homegirls posted something today, and it was so all over. I said, "What does this say?" And I know she's going to say, "Let her be great," or "You knew what I meant," or "Why you trying to play me?" When actually I'm trying to tell you to proofread so that you can be great. Because it's sad. You out here looking for love and telling everybody you illiterate. Don't nobody want no illiterate person helping their kids with homework. I'm sorry, it's not cute. That's not cute. It's not fly.
Absolutely.
Not for it. But like I say, it's not a judgment thing, because at the end of the day, it's something that you personally have to deal with. I have a hard enough time helping kids with homework, and I don't have any of my own, but I got kids around me. It's take a village, and it's like I'm like, I used to be great at this. I can't imagine if I never knew it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That starts a cycle. It starts a cycle, and then your child will be the next one to drop out in 6th grade.
And then even still, there's different levels of reading. So, you know, if you consider yourself a somewhat avid reader, like, you know, challenge yourself to read something on a higher level. You know what I mean?
And I think that's what the whole thing is
vocabulary,
about. This whole conversation is about challenging yourself, in other ways than the negative. Because we could win at any sport we choose. We've proven that as a people. But we need to challenge ourselves to win in places that they always said we don't belong at.
You mess around, drop a gem on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? But that's why I like talking to you, Teef, man. I always learn something when I talk to the wise old head in the room, man. But it's funny because you and Box both, y'all have a lot of the same sensibilities and energies. You know what I mean? When it comes to just simplifying what makes sense and how it should be, and not getting caught up in what the world thinks is exciting. Neither one of you guys
time
feed.
doing that when this is where the meat is at.
Mhm.
So let's just get over here to what really matters. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we can have fun and we can do this and we can do that, but at the end of the day, we all know this matters, and that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Now, when I
Whatever
said
those things are
simplify,
in your orbit.
when I said simplify, he is long-winded though. Most Slept On Radio, Uptown Radio, WJYN 98.5 FM. We be back.
Yes, sir.
You are tuned in to Most Slept On Radio, 98.5 FM, Uptown Radio.
Hi, this is Linda Richardson, president of the Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation. The Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation is a nonprofit, tax-exempt organization and is the owner of the historic Uptown Theater and WJYN 98.5 FM. The restoration of the Uptown Theater into a multimedia tech center needs your help. We are requesting donations to restore the Uptown Theater to preserve R&B history and renovate the theater into a performing arts venue. For more information, call 215-236-1878 or visit PhiladelphiaUptownTheater.org and make an online donation.
You are tuned in to Most Slept On Radio, 98.5 FM, Uptown Radio.
Is you high? Is you drunk? Is you stupid? Is you blind? Is you mad? I might lose it. When that cat got your tongue, you be quiet. But right now, you got nerve, I don't like it. Why I lie? Don't talk to me. You're reckless, no, I won't compete. I say lie and talk is cheap. Don't lose your mind, I set you free. I got your love, yeah. Don't be acting like you don't know, you know I got it. I got your love, yeah. Don't be acting like you don't know, you know I got it. You think I'm used to you spending and all the sweet whining and dining, but who's who tonight? Who tonight? Take your ride, watch it down with your hero. When you look up at me, call me hero. I won't wait in a line, don't do seconds. Screw it up, promise you will regret it. Why I lie, don't talk to me. You're reckless, no, I won't compete. I say lie and talk is cheap. Don't lose your mind, I set you free. I got your love, yeah. Don't be acting like you don't know, you know I got it. I got your love, yeah. Don't be acting like you don't know, you know I got it. You think I'm used to you spending and all the sweet whining and dining, but who's who tonight? Who's who tonight?
class, see my man at the Dow. Gave him that pen, he was like, yo, you ain't gotta wait in a line, my bro. Good karma, fresh off the crops like a farmer. About to get a drink, looking clean like a doctor. Confidence radiating like a sauna. Look at mama, shaking when she cha-cha. 5'5" and the thighs looking proper. Eyes on the prize, I wanna keep it till tomorrow. Bank roll good, got $1 rocket squander. Shot for a man, held me down in the drama. Made it through the fire, so we do what we want to. Camera comes out cause it's popular. They know who we are, the metropolis. Not even Wellington is topping us. So yo, really where you at? You don't stopping us. I woke up, they moving, he hate me so much cause this girl love my music. I do it for real and you acted out stupid. The people see through it, they not buying units. See what we doing, that's how you should do it. See how we sell it, that's how you recoup it. Ideas to investments will turn into blessings. The essence come next, people feel in my presence. A man of respect since I'm giving out lessons. I'm teaching, she flirting and showing me breakfast. I guess they're the spoils of war when you rep what I'm reppin'. You rep what I'm reppin'. Ayo, ayo, ain't nothing new, yo, we do this every day, yo. In the club, we chill around the way, yo. Put in word, doing party like, ayo, ayo, ayo. Ain't nothing new, yo, we do this every day, yo. In the club, we chill around the way, yo. Put in word, doing party like, ayo, ayo, ayo,
Most slept on radio. On radio.
I don't even want to say it. I can't say it better than that. Most slept on radio, Uptown Radio, WJYN 98.5 FM. Shout out to my foreign friend for that drop, man. Sheesh. Most slept on radio. Man.
Yeah.
That was hard. That was hard.
Out here.
Out here. Poe, you in?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Ah, we got more words for Poe.
Poe.
Yo, I'm good at my job, man.
Give it up for Poe one time.
But nah, we wrapping up our hour, man. It's almost over. So I've had a great time. As Simple with Sammy, Sam Malone, Barstool Rude, hosting a situation with my man Latifius Maximus the Great.
Chilling.
Catch me on Flyboy Friday, Flyboy Radio, Glockaware Radio, every Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. At Sippin' with Sammy on Instagram, SIPPINWITSAMMIE. I try to do it in a cadence, but it ain't really work. My guest Box, let them know where to reach you at, bro.
Hey man, you can reach me on Facebook at Philly Box, and if you on Instagram, you know which everybody is. Reach me at EddieBox1, man, and definitely be on the lookout. We got a short film coming up, documentary, something coming up for Unlocking the Truth, shot by my homegirl Nicole Cecilia out there in LA. And if you want to holler at me, man, DM me. I'm telling you, I'm pulling up with books, and you get the book, and inside the book, like I said, it's the documents from the court case. Amazon made them so tedious and they so smart that you're not gonna be able to see them. But get with me, and I got the actual documents, and I don't have a problem, emailing them to you so you can see how authentic the case is and how everything went down. So when you cop the book, I ain't gonna say you gotta get the book though. That's what it is. So you get the book, and I'm gonna email you them documents, and you can go ahead and check everything out. But thanks again. Most slept on. If y'all niggas sleep, man, wake up. You heard?
Said that word. Teef. Wait, we gonna skip Poe because you can't reach Poe, so ain't no point in Poe telling her where to reach you, man. So you go ahead, Teef, man. What you got?
Yo, what's up? This is Teef, Latifius Maximus the Third, Latif Shakir, right here. Yes, I'm changing it. I mean, just bringing it back to the real one.
I see you going in.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Teef, right now on all your outlets, if you want to hear some chill, my peoples call me Most Common as a joke. You want to be on the vibe like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
hilarious.
Look me up.
Look up Tall Table Talk with Teef on Tuesdays. Once again, shout to Taylor Made. We did a live show from an event. You know what I'm saying?
That's available now. You can check that out now.
Yeah, it's available now on Facebook on Tall Table Talk with Teef on Tuesdays. We here right now every week. Got the show at Dialogue on the 24th.
Word.
Got Mondays open mics all over the city. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do hip hop at the fire, holla at me. I'm the liaison for that.
Say that.
I'm the liaison. That's
liaison.
it.
He said the
I'm
word.
the liaison. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
It's a lot of myths going around. I don't own the building and none of that. You know what I mean?
I feel like you trying to be humble. I feel like you got a percentage. I'm feeling like you got at least 17% of the fire.
Yeah, but yeah, it's going down, man. We staying busy out here. You know what I'm saying? And doing what we do.
Well, on that note, make sure that y'all get Fly Ish Only Volume 1 available on that Piv. Hard copies are around also. And we're going to get to some music and get out of here, man. Y'all have a great evening.
I'm in here. What's going on? It's your favorite cousin, Big Cuz Live. You're tuned in, Most Slept On Radio. Just want to thank everyone who participated in tonight's show. Great show. If you want more information about 98.5, info at mostslepton.com. Stay tuned. We have a producer's beat tape series coming up. The aim of this show is to restore the historic Uptown Theater, which is directly across the street from where we're broadcasting live. And just stay tuned to what we got coming up. And if you're involved, or if you want to get involved in what we got going on, 98.5. Again, that's info at mostslepton.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, for the drop. So we see y'all next week, man. Most Slept On Radio, 7 to 9 p.m. Uptown Radio.
Out of here, 23-1. You heard?
The 360, clever when you figure it out, nice and crispy. It's like treble up with the bass, it just hit me. Hear it out the back of the trunk and hear it every day in your mind. Try to make it through the next one. Payments at the end of the month and in the work day, play that funk and twist that thing up, then we blow that skunk and some people taking chemicals. Think they big and bad, but it ain't nothing. Going through life here, some people be talking, some people be bluffing, some people bout something, yo, connect with them. Some people be talking bull off chin, like when you stay on them, then they lose eye contact. That's real corny, fam. Need to stop that. It's time to get free. Cut the game's lane, and I burn tracks, trailblazer, set a lane, and that path I laid, burn like a set a lane. Hard work, heavy game, persevering, making change. Tell me why I gotta be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Yeah. Gotta be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Yeah. Gotta be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Yeah. Gotta be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. I don't like this world, it's full of trifeness. In the midst of a man's heart is where the spite is. They say that we were made in a likeness, but we're like creation, cause we're really living lifeless. If they never made money, life would be priceless. And now people judge each other on personal items. People want to get to the top, just like Mike did. But everybody always forgets Mike sacrifices. What you believe in, yo, heaven or hell? You're gonna be a sucker, you're gonna prevail. You're gonna go legal, keep dipping in jail. Find a way to make paper and start doing it well. Cause either way you go, you got to pay them fees. And no matter what you do, you got to pay them dues. Half Parker Lewis, dog, I can't lose. The other half is Ray Charles, make it do what it do, baby. Tell me why I gotta be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Yeah. Gotta be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Yeah. Gotta be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Yeah. Gotta be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Yeah. Hey yo, it's time to get free. Don't waste time, be where you gotta be. Hey yo, it's time to get free. Don't waste time, do what you gotta do. Be where you gotta be. It's time to get free. Don't waste time, be what you gotta be. Do what you gotta do and don't never lose. Time to break free, can't never lose. Can't never lose. It's time to get free. Huh? It's time to get free. Huh? It's time to get free. We won't never lose. Time to get free. Huh? Huh? It's time to get free. It's time to get free.
If you ain't sipping with Sammy, you ain't sipping right. Get your life together with the Most Slept On Radio Show.
Hi, this is Linda Richardson, president of the Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation. The Uptown Entertainment and Development Corporation is a nonprofit, tax-exempt organization and is the owner of the historic Uptown Theater and WJYN 98.5 FM. The restoration of the Uptown Theater into a multimedia tech center needs your help. We are requesting donations to restore the Uptown Theater to preserve R&B history and renovate the theater into a performing arts venue. For more information, call 215-236-1878 or visit PhiladelphiaUptownTheater.org and make an online donation.
You are tuned in to Most Slept On Radio, 98.5 FM, Uptown Radio.
I've been lonely.
Yes, sir.
I'm pretending.
Yeah.
And that's all I can do.
Jay Weldon,
The love I'm sending ain't making it through to your heart.
Yeah, What I did was an eye selection. I got extra room if you go in my direction. Best rapper alive, my detection. A bodyguard cool, all I need is God protection. I strive many means to survive. JP, I'm corporate, so he give me high five. So many chicks, so I take 6, cop at 7, sold out after 7. Collegiate concoction, Regis is watching. And years ago, failure is not an option. Every time I rap, rappers be so quiet. You can hear a mouse piss on cotton. Get it if you with it. And you still walking like stopping your dribble, then moving your pivot. Toast to the good years. I left the hood, but when I close my eyes, it's like I'm still here, cuz.
I've been waiting for you. I'm pretending. And that's all I can do. The love I'm sending ain't making it through to your heart.
I'm eating so much, man, I need a bed. Getting too big for an apartment, I need a crib. Maybe 2, one in Cali and one in Madrid. A nice environment, I could raise my kid. And everything is a sacrifice. I miss you. See you in the afterlife. On the mic, I'm nice, but I ain't perfect. So on the road, you better pray for me twice. Say the last dance, sorta like the justice. Start the rock steady, sorta like the whispers. Trust me, I know girls. My mom's 300.